and especially with me, I had a huge target on my back because I was one of the only ones to make it, especially out of the UK girls. The one that like by far made it to the final.
Hello, my loves, and welcome back to another episode of Pop Off with Metro, the chat show where we talk to the eliminated queens of RuPaul's Drag Race UK vs. the Wild Season 2. And joining me in the studio today, it's the one, it's the only, the Princess of Ireland herself, it's Jonbers Blonde!
Hi, love! How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you doing, Jonbers?
I'm good, I'm alright, you know. Surviving in this climate.
First of all, Jonbers, how are you feeling after your elimination?
You know what? I've had time, you know, we've had some time to like cool down. It's, you know, it's one of those things that it's the name of the game. We all know one queen's gotta go. And unfortunately I got the chop. So, you know, I feel okay. You know, I think it doesn't feel great, but what can you do?
Bit like bittersweet. Two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, totally. I think, especially in this challenge, because nobody knew what the hell was going on. So, like, to get the job in that, I felt like, I was like, oh no. But did I have fun? I had, like, the one thing I can take away from this experience is meeting sensational people. Like, you know, we've become really good friends, and I have great memories of filming the show and getting my looks together. I have so many parts that I'm not only a contestant of Drag Race, I am a super fan. So to go back and to get to do it twice is incredible, because some people only get to do it one time. And when Ru picks up the phone and she, you know, well, it's obviously not Ru. But you know, when you're told Ru wants you back, you go, okay, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, because it wasn't that long between, I mean, I guess your season and then
no,
that long.
No,
how long was it, like a year?
very, like, I mean, from filming time, like a year, from air time, like 3 months.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. I mean, we are so blessed to have you back on our screen so soon. I mean, you were such an icon, so iconic on your own season. I wanted to just point out, actually, I don't think you were that bad in the challenge. I don't think you were that bad.
I mean, you know, as I said, like, I think that, like, this challenge was such a subjective one. Yeah. And I think once they got me in that grapple of the bottom, they were like, she's gotta go. She's been in the final before.
You know, you actually said in the episode that being on your season and being, I guess, with the All-Stars format, is a completely different ballgame.
Yeah. And especially with me, I had a huge target on my back because I was one of the only ones to make it, especially out of the UK girls. The one that like by far made it to the final, you know. So like the other girls had only made it basically halfway. So out of the UK girls, I had the biggest target on my back, and I think Tia as well, because she is so loved by Ru. She is incredible at what she does. So I think I have.
Well, you also were so loved by Ru on your season. Ru loved you on your season. So
I know, and honestly, I felt a lot while I was there as well. We had, you know, from when we were chatting, you know, in the workroom and stuff. She's so interested in and she's interested in all of us, but we talked a lot about music, because I told her that I was a DJ, and we were talking about disco music because I have a love of disco music as well. And she was like, what's your favorite disco? And we had a sort of connection on that, which was so lovely. She was giving me advice on what she thought I should do, and she said you should have pretended that you were the host of Drag Race Ireland. And I was like, what?
God.
So it wasn't on, so it's not on the screen. She was like, you should be the host of Drag Race Ireland. And I was like, what, you want me to be the host of Drag Race Ireland? And she was like, no. And Michelle was like, no, that's my gig. And I was like, Michelle, go to lunch. This is my gig. And she was like, Ru she had that incredible, you know, the Ru when she howls laughing. Yeah. And we were just having this back and forth, and I was like, and then I was kind of like, oh, I'm good. Like, we're having a really good time here, you know? But I know her love for the Grande also was like, kind of tricky because I was like, I know she wants to see more from this little queen. Not little queen, big queen.
In episode 2, you spoke on behalf of the UK queens and said that you were sticking together. Would you think...
I didn't speak on behalf of them. In episode 1,
Was it episode 1? Sorry, my bad. Episode 1.
I was brought into an alliance. I was brought into an alliance. And then that alliance did not last that long.
You think that's almost like...
last long.
Do you think it's maybe a bit tactical that the other girls are almost like targeting now the UK queens? Do you think Scarlet purposely sent you home to reduce the number of UK queens to get rid of that?
I mean, in episode 2, Scarlet said she's going to send home her biggest competition. So
say that.
You know, it's on camera. You're on candid camera.
24K. What was the difference in competing on your season in season 4 and then competing with the All Stars format on UK vs World season 2? What was the difference?
I think honestly, because everyone sort of brought their A game, everyone was like, you know, and especially a lot of these queens, especially the UK queens, have a lot of time to you know, what's that word? Reevaluate themselves and come back and really, I mean, the UK girls really wanted to make it to the end because they hadn't made it to the end before. I wanted to make it to the end because obviously I made it to the end before and I knew that I could.
I wanted you to make it to the end. I
wanted to too, but you know what? I think going this early leaves room for me to come back if there ever was a UK All-Stars, if there ever was room to bring, because I'm Irish, it's easy to get me an American passport. I can easily, you know. Nadine Coyle had Nadine's Irish Mist. I could have Jonbers Irish Mist in LA, you know.
Okay, so we're talking either UK All-Stars or host of Drag Race Ireland.
I mean, I'll take any of them. Both. Why not both? Why not both?
What was it like, obviously, with there being so many international queens there and everyone from different eras of drag almost? What was the group dynamic like in the workroom? Say what we didn't see on camera.
I mean, do you know what? Everybody got on really well. Everyone was sort of talking to each other. Everyone was finding out about like what their loves were, what, you know, why did you drag, about their past. Everything was sort of you know, and in that moment, you know, we've all done Drag Race before, so we all know we have to have the conversations of, like, you know, things. It felt very natural. It didn't feel, we didn't feel produced. We all naturally were talking conversationally about politics, about religion, about just about the different countries, what it's like in different countries, and about growing up queer in certain areas, especially in areas that we hadn't heard. You know, Grande has a great backstory. Well, great as in like it's such a sad story, but like it's so great for her to come on this international platform and see her growth and where she, like, how she's built herself as a person. I feel like, you know, Drag Race is still not. I'm still not bored of hearing people's stories about how they've overcome such tragedies and because I'm not saying that I've led a very privileged life, but I've definitely had a lot of stuff happen that isn't great in my life, and it's built me as the person that I am today. And if a young queer person hears that and is uplifted by that, you know, that is part of our job now as it being on a season already. You know, we're in the, I wouldn't say the public eye, but I would say the queer public eye, you know, but to get to tell our stories and to make sure that young queer kids know in time things will get better. As an adult, you have your own choices to make. It's about timing and just knowing, manifesting and getting yourself out of a situation, you know, being strong, which is hard to be in this moment that we're in this crazy world.
Insane. Yeah, and you know, in the episode we do get a sense of that. There is so much support with you girls, and the Grande story as well is so heartbreaking, but at the same time so inspiring, and it's amazing to talk about it today. And like you say, I mean, inspire people watching at home. You know, there's such a young audience for Drag Race now. These kids watching from such a young age, and for them to be exposed to this art form is so incredible. You know,
incredible. I didn't have that. I didn't have that as a kid, and it would have really hurt on.
How old are you?
How dare you? You don't ask a woman her age.
I won't tell you mine then.
I'll give you my Wikipedia age is 33. 33.
I thought you were younger.
I've got good genes. I've got good genes, honey.
The hyaluronic acid, the retinol.
Yeah. I had my nose done recently, and everyone was like, "Why did you wait?"
I had my nose done as well.
Yeah, they were like, everyone was like, "Why did you wait until after verses to get your nose done?" And I was like, "Because I'm busy. Yeah, I'm busy."
How was your recovery?
Yeah, good. Yeah, fine. You know, it's I still people are like, "Have you been on a night out?" And I'm like, "No."
Are you taping it at night?
You have to tape it for the first 3 weeks.
I still tape mine. I had mine done in 2019. I still tape it.
You still tape it? Why?
Because it makes it so snatched. Honestly, try it and you will.
No, it does. I do know that. Yeah, my swelling is still quite a lot.
Jonbers, we know you as the fashion girly of UK season 4.
Oh.
RuPaul even said that your rough and ready look was one of her favorite looks of all time.
Yeah.
I need to know, what's your favorite look that you've ever done?
It's yet to come.
I love this. I love it. Okay. Thank you so much, Jonbers. You have been a dream. I cannot wait to see what you go out and do on the world. What have you got coming up? Tell the audience what's coming.
I've got new music coming out with KTA. My new single, Don't Know You Anymore, is out now on all platforms. I'm going to be DJing a lot more. We're going on tour. UK versus the World Season 2 is going on tour in the UK. Buy a ticket. Come and see us. It is going to be a show, honey.
Thank you guys for watching. Tune in next week for another episode of Pop Off and see you next time.